Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope your day is going fantastic. Thanks so much for joining me. Today we're going to create a Christmas card. We're using a brand new collection at the Spellbinders shop. This collection is called the Christmas Foiled Basics by Yana Smakula. And this set here, there's more to the collection, but I'm playing with one of the items. And this here is called the Christmas Foliage Circle Border. It's a glimmer plate and die combo, and it is gorgeous, guys. If you like making your own homemade Christmas tags, and you have your glimmer machine, this is a must-have set. Okay, we're going to jump in. I'm going to take this largest glimmer plate in the set. It's going to have an arch to it, but there's a purpose for this. We are going to glimmer this piece with some green foil today. So we'll just take our foil and we're going to trim down a strip that will fit that glimmer plate. And then I'm going to be foiling on top of some oatmeal cookie cardstock. I thought in my house I really like the earthiness of like twines and craft during the holidays, and so I'm using we're going to make a craft Christmas card today. I'm kind of lining it up. I'm leaving a little bit of extra room because when you die cut this out, there's a circle bottom, and I just want to make sure I can die cut out the entire thing on my panel. My panel size is a standard card front size, so we'll just add our glimmer plates. I did put a shim in there. It just seems to help me foil. But while that's heating up, I'm going to take my red foil and we're going to trim down some very small squares. In the glimmer plate set here, there is a Poinsettia Flower. We're going to glimmer that red. And then there's also some holly berries. We're going to glimmer those red as well. So let's take a look at our arch here. It is gorgeous, the detail that's in here. So pretty, and it's so easy to foil, guys. I'm going to foil 3 of the exact same here. And then that's all we need with the arch piece. Okay, next we're going to take our Poinsettia Flower and we're going to take 3 of the pine needle glimmer plates in here. There's 3 different sizes. We're going to kind of keep them in line so we can use one piece of cardstock while we foil. And then I'm going to grab my little holly berries here, put that next to my Poinsettia Flower. I think we're going to have to separate them a little bit and add our foil on top. For the pine needles, I'm going to add my green foil on top of those, and we're going to foil again with the oatmeal cookie cardstock, so everything coordinates nicely. And you know what the nice thing is the pine needles that we're going to foil right now coordinate with the pine needles that are in that arch. Okay, so this is so neat how it adds dimension. I'm going to just add my plate sandwich and run this through my Platinum 6, and I'm going to do it a few times. I need 4 Poinsettia Flowers and then 3 of the pine needle leaves, so I have 9 in total. Once everything's glimmered, we're going to go ahead and do some die cutting. I'm going to tape down this piece. This will cut out your pine needle piece, okay, and it has that circle bottom like I mentioned before. But it kind of looks odd, but the neat thing is if you layer all 3 of these together, it creates a perfect circle and a wreath. This alone, if you were to glue them together, add a hole punch at the top and some string and to and from, it would make a gorgeous gift tag. But we're going to go a step further and create a dimensional card that could be used as a gift tag too, I must say, for a large present, I would say. But we're going to glue our first piece right next to our bottom layer, then add our last piece on the top, and you can just see all you have to do is line up those circles and it creates a glimmery, shimmery wreath. So pretty, guys. Okay, next we're going to take these little individual pine needles and I'm going to tuck them in between the circles. Okay, since there's 2 layers of circles off on that bottom one, it's easy to tuck, and when you do this, it like instantly adds dimension. It is so neat. No foam adhesive needed. You just do a little tucking and then lift up those needles, and I did go ahead and add my little holly berries here. But it is super neat, guys. Wouldn't that make a fabulous easy tag? We're not going to add our flowers just yet. we're going to go ahead and build our card base. I'm actually going to take two card front panels, and I'm going to bring in one of my die sets here. The die set that I'm using is called the Essential Circles die set. It has it creates circles and then a decorative dotted detail on there. I'm going to go ahead and die cut out the largest circle with my oatmeal cookie cardstock, and then I'm going to insert the largest dotted detail die on the inside of my second circle here. We'll run this through the die cut machine. We're going to make a circle card today. I thought it would be super pretty with that wreath. Okay, now to make our card, it's so easy. I'm going to bring in my scoreboard here, and I'm just going to push the base circle that doesn't have the dotted detail in the corner, and then I'm going to score at the 1/2 inch mark. Okay, and then we're just going to reinforce that score line, going back and forth. And then we're going to grab our glue. We just need to add glue above the score line. And then this is going to create a circle card base. Pretty simple to do. Just place this over the top, lining it up, and that is our card. How it will open. It takes a little time for that glue to dry, but I think it's super neat. Now, I'm going to go ahead and bring in an eyelet and secure an eyelet to the very top. I want to thread some ribbon through the top, and I think this is a great way to do it. You don't have to add an eyelet, but I like to add it because it gives it a real clean and finished look. And this is where I thought it would make a great tag too. Okay, we're just going to do our little adjusting, and then we'll secure that brad to the very top. And then our card is good to go. Next, we're going to grab our wreath. It's going to fit perfectly in the center of our card base here. I'm going to flip it over. We're going to add foam squares behind the back. Give this a little bit of dimension. Now, when you add the wreath to the very front, there is going to be some of that dotted detail in your card front peeking out. It's kind of going to weave in and out behind the pine needles that we foiled, and I just love the way it turned out. I think it turned out, it adds a little softness to our tag. We're going to position it right in the center here. Lovely. I just think this is so neat. Fluff up those pine needles and the holly berries, and I love it. Okay, we're going to flip over our poinsettia flowers. We're going to add a little dimension to them. We're going to get some foam squares behind here. And again, I only foiled 4 of them. I think 4 is a nice number, especially when you have the red of the holly berries. We're going to kind of evenly space them around our wreath, kind of doing a little tucking behind the pine needles. And I think this is so pretty. Now, for our sentiment, the Christmas Basics, the Christmas Foil Basics by Yana Smakula, it does have a Christmas sentiment glimmer plate set, okay? But it was sold out when I checked, guys. I'll link it down below in case you guys are interested, and it came back. But I thought we would use Yana's sentiments. In that set, there is a sentiment that says greetings, and I think I can get away with putting greetings on my Christmas tag. So that's what we're going to do. And the nice thing about Yana's sentiments, the glimmer plates, is there's coordinating dies for the sentiment. So I can foil my sentiment and then die cut it out. I'm going to use red foil, and I'm going to use the same oatmeal cookie cardstock, and then die cut it out with a coordinating die here. And I think it's going to work out perfectly. But again, Yana does have a Christmas sentiment set, so keep a lookout for that. I think it's going to be super pretty. Okay, we're going to flip over our sentiment. Again, this says greetings, so we're going to add foam adhesive behind both G's in the front and the back. This is easy to do because the G's on the bottom have a little space, so you don't need that thin of strips, but you can give your sentiment some dimension. We're just going to remove the release paper and add this to the center of our wreath. And I think it's just gorgeous. Lovely. Okay, we're going to bring in some ribbon. The ribbon that I'm using is from Fun Stamper's Journey. It's called So Plaid. Love this during the holidays. I'm going to go ahead and add some ribbon through my eyelet, and I like a big bow, so we're just going to tie a knot and then create a bow at the very top. And the nice thing about your card here is not only will it make a nice tag, but it would fit in an A2 size envelope perfectly too, even with that bulky bow there. Finishing touches, I'm going to add some white Nouveau drops to the center of my flowers and also to a little area around my wreath. Bring out some of that white from my ribbon, and that's my project today, guys, using the brand new collection called Christmas Foiled Basics by Yana Smakula over at the Spellbinders shop. I encourage you guys to check it out. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a lovely day, and we will see you soon.